You said you're the president for what organization?
Yeah, I'm the president for the Youth of Peace, you understand? Because we call it in Italian, Giovanni per la Pace, which means Youth for Peace for the community of Sant'Egidio here at Catania. That since when I arrived, it's like just like a week when I arrived in Italy. And I was, like, for example, I was living in the camps, you know, the refugee camps, you understand, waiting for my asylum. And then that particular period, I just arrived just like a week ago. I got one of my friends that we are from the same country, you understand. He just explained something about this organization, what he's doing, you understand, which is the community of Sant'Egidio. So he explained that is a community that doesn't differentiate people, whether being like you're Christian or Muslim, Buddhist or whatsoever else. It's like it's just like trying to bring people all together. And I asked him what are the main aims and the objectives in that organization. And then he told me that like just to promote peace, and like every Mondays they used to pray, so on and so forth. And I said, okay, man, there is no time to be wasted. So when I arrived that particular week, and the following week, then I went there in the meeting, and it's like I was introduced that same day, and I have the opportunity of speaking, and not knowing that the president that was there at that particular time, he was about to leave. And what happened was that the president, after giving my it's not a lengthy speech, just like 2 minutes. So probably, I don't know, people thought it fit that maybe I would be the next president that is for that position. So I was like finally selected, and then the people also elect me, you know, definitely, because the president came to my house after that particular meeting that very first day when I appeared there. And then he told me that, oh, I got like a lot of people like saying that you know how to speak English. I think you're a cool guy. You can lead these people to the way how they are. You understand? So I said, I told him that, I said, I just arrived just like a week ago. I don't know how to speak Italian. How can I communicate with these people? So it's like, it's gonna be like a crazy stuff, you know what I mean? But like I'm a guy who used to like go into so many challenges in my life. So it's like I never back out in any deal. I never back out in anything that I think it's more important in my life. You understand? Because it's not anything bad, just to promote peace. And I've always been doing it back in my country. So I'm used to that. And then I just told him that, I said, okay, I have to think about it. I have to think about it. So the next day they came back with his vice president, because we are on the verge of leaving the camp. So later on, then I became the president. People were very happy when I became the president. And during that particular time, we are like 20 people like attending in the meeting. So with my own power, the power of God, and the guys that I brought in together, like the guy that I choose as my vice president, he's a Nigerian. So it's like we are able to mobilize people. From 20 people, we were able to get like at least 500 people coming into the meeting. So it's like, that was like even the community, they were so shocked that saying, wow, this guy, he was able to convince people, because I have that power, you know, the spirit, like talking to people, bring them down, explain exactly what is the purpose of this particular thing that we're doing in, and then many people see many reasons, and then at the end of the day, they came into the organization, because I'm also like civil rights activist, so it's like I'm working on that. So I never back out in anything. Yeah,
that's awesome. So now you've been leading that group for 4 years now, you said?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. I've been leading it for 4 years right now. Like I can say, like back 2016, like I was one of the members that we selected to meet the Pope at Assisi. That was in September 2016, because every year they used to get like a unity, like prayers across the world, wherein you can get leaders from Japan, China, Africa, across the world. You understand? Like last year they did it in Spain. I think this year they're gonna do it here in Rome. So it was in Assisi, wherein you get all religious leaders, all religions. They bring all those religious leaders together to talk about peace, so we can unite. And it's a program that they usually championed by the community of Sant'Egidio, by the Pope, and it's a very good initiative. So I was like very happy to be part of that particular program, and one of the only black man that was in the midst of those people in the church where the Pope was in, man.
That's awesome. That's incredible.
Thank you.
To do that. Wow.
Thank you.
And so so you said that you get together and pray, and obviously you're promoting peace. What are some other things that the organization is working on?
Okay, like for example, after I became the president of the community of San Egidio that we call the Youths of Peace, you understand, that particular time when I was at the camp, like every Monday we used to come together, we pray, we used to share peace because, you know, like for example, when I can say refugees, because I don't want to use the word like migrants, okay? Like when you come to a country, you know that like people that we pass through the Mediterranean Sea, people that pass through the air, wherever they pass through, because they might have gone like a lot of difficulties, you understand, got a lot of stress. So what happened was that we used to calm down people because there are so many people that are terrified. There are many people that face a lot of torturing along the axis of Libya, so many places, based on to this, those guys, those kidnappers, and so on and so forth. And many people, when they came back to the camp, they arrived there, they were like completely crazy. You understand? So they are crazy, they are mad completely. So it's like some people, they lose their families, lose their brothers at home and in the Mediterranean Sea, in Libya. So you know, like when you live in that particular environment, you know, like you live with like let me just say, 60% abnormal people and 40% normal people. You understand? So it's like if I was part of those people that are very normal, although yes, I have my own problems, I can manage to cope with my own problems. So what we used to do is that I used to go outside to spread the word of peace, talk to people to calm down. Yes, this is not the end of our lives. Everything can change. We know that everybody lives our different countries for one way or the other reason, because of political problems, because of war, because of that, because of this or that. You understand? So it's like I used to talk to people, try to convince them to understand, because the key factor in the whole world that we need is prayer. Okay, okay, because we never judge people when you come to the organization, like whether you're Muslim, because we always have prayers that we say we have 1 minute silence of prayer, which is you can pray in the Muslim, you can pray in the Christianity. Okay, like most often because we don't have like some other members that are Buddhist or any other religions, but like majority like Muslims and Christians. But we have the prayers first from the Muslim and second Christian, or some other days we start like Christian first, second Muslim, and then after that we have 1 minute of silence for the other people that are non-Muslim, that are non-Christians. So like that we want to bring everybody on board. You understand? So we know that we have a religious tolerance in our midst, and everybody is entitled to talk or to do whatever they want to do. So we use it like a means of prayers for God to establish peace across the world, and because which we think that it's more important, because at that particular time, you know, there is still war in Libya, there is still war in Syria, and there is a violence in Venezuela, Somalia, and South Sudan. So because I'm also a musician, I'm a singer and a songwriter, so that came to my mind. Like I just made a song that I call Suffration, wherein I use the word like to camp peace across the world. And during that particular period, there was also like a political tension between America and North Korea, with Kim Jong-un launching some missiles. You understand? In my music, like I made mention of Kim Jong-un. I like to respect the international world, like stopping all those nuclear tests that he used to do, because we need peace. So we use that as a means of prayers, like coming together. We pray together in our own religions, so that God will stop everything, because God is more powerful than each and every one of us. As long as we are human beings being created by God and we are all equal, so we ask the same God to restore peace and stability, because this is what the community believes. Because the community of Sant'Egidio is a Catholic, but they believe in peace because they follow the footsteps of what Jesus Christ was doing, like establishing peace, preaching peace to the people, uniting people. So that is the same part that we are taking in, because there was no prophet that was violence. All prophets are very peaceful. So we think that if we take the same track, and we can do better, and that is exactly what we did during that particular period
Wow,
with
that's
prayers every day.
incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. Wow, it's wonderful that you have that you're a part of something that great. That's making people feel so welcome and promoting peace for the world. That's
Yeah.
incredible. You,
Thank
you
you.
mentioned you mentioned a little bit about some of the individuals have had kind of tough journeys, and I'm sure, and I know you have as well. Would you mind sharing with me a little bit about where you're from and kind of your journey to Catania?
Well, definitely, I'm from a little country in the west part of Africa that is popularly known as Sierra Leone. Of course, the capital is Freetown. So I was from that country. Of course, my journey to Italy wasn't really easy. It was very, very difficult. And because, like, I was working for Save the Children International during the deadly Ebola virus in my own country. So that was 2014 when we got the outbreak, and then 2015, so it started killing a lot of people. So I was trained like in October, and November we start working. I was working for Save the Children, but at the moment I started like as an ordinary man, like any hygienist or whatsoever else. Then later on, I became as a supervisor. I have I was a supervisor for the team one, wherein I had a lot of people that were under my own control, under my own supervision, to see how best we can work during the red zone. So it's like we working to fight against the Ebola virus. And you know, there were some saying that comes out from a lot of people saying that the Ebola virus was created, okay, and many people don't believe in it. You understand? Because when it all started, it came from Guinea Conakry. It moved to Liberia, and from Liberia, it came directly in our own country. And then when it all started, no one believes that the the Ebola virus was real, and not knowing that the only doctor that we have passed away because of the Ebola virus, and some other nurses that were in attendance to cure the first patient that entered in the country, which is in the southern part. Also, those nurses passed away. So people started taking it very serious, you understand? Even like me, I wasn't taking it very serious because we never got any disease like that. So like I was because I was also playing football, I was a captain in the community where I was. So it's that we used to the football pitch and play. But seeing that a lot of people have died, so I have to back out from that particular football game because I don't want to lose my life. And then after then becoming a worker for Save the Children, you know what I mean? So people realize that because when you look at the fact that we have so many organizations that organize or help combat the deadly Ebola virus in the country, okay? And they Save the Children, they were like working tirelessly to ensure that our own safety is the most important thing in respect of the people that are sick, okay? Because they said that we that are sick, we that are not sick, that we are healthy, okay. Those that are sick, we are there to save their lives. But they need our own healthy, because if we get healthy, we can save the people that are sick. But if we are not healthy, how can we take care of the people that are sick? So these are like some of the protocols. So it's like we have to respect those protocols when we go into the red zone, and then working during this particular Ebola crisis, and then we are receiving as a supervisor, I was receiving I don't know $300 to $400 a month. I don't know how if I could calculate that actual figure. So it's like people in my own community where I was living saying that, oh yeah, we working for the Ebola. We brought the Ebola because there were a lot of accusations for people that are working for the Ebola response team saying that we brought the Ebola virus. We know where the Ebola comes from. So that's the reason why we're paying, we've been paid by a lot of money. So it's like we don't want the Ebola virus to finish in our own country. So we face like a lot of death threats from people within our own communities. Like me, I face it a lot because people knows me that I am one of the central figure working for the Save the Children. And by then, that was on May when we thought that the Ebola virus has already finished, and there were no patients in the wards. So we finished all that, and they started try to reduce some staff. You understand? To reduce some staff because being that we don't have much cases, there is no need to keep many staffs. You understand? So I was part of those staff that that left because when you work in the red zone and there are no patients in the patient in there like working in there. So it's like there is no need to keep you in the job like a month because we've been there like a month. Also, I have to say that after we don't have any patients, like we waited for a month and they realized that okay, there is no more work. So we need to keep only those other people that deals with those sanitations, that deals with the chlorine, so on and so forth. So they have the opportunity of bringing me down. So they removed me from the job, okay, and they paid me what I supposed to get. And by then, after after because it was like my contract, it was 6 months contract, not like to say they sacked me officially like that. It was 6 months contract. So if the Ebola virus continues, they have to renew it. So being that my contract has already finished, so there is no need again to renew my contract, being that we have already fought the virus. So I face like some death threats and so on and so forth. It makes me to flee from the country. But like we got like I got like a lot of tussles along the axis, not only in Libya, like some other countries like Burkina Faso and so on and so forth. A lot of torturing, but I was like I'm a little bit I'm much more better than other people. You understand? I don't face a lot of torturing like other people. What they gone through. I was locked up in prison, okay, but I was lucky to I escaped from prison. So, but like I'm like other people what they gone through in Libya, no, I'm very happy about it. Although yes, I can say one of my bones were broken at that particular period. Yeah, they hit me on my hand, and it was like there was a little dislocation in my hand, but thank God now it's okay at the moment. So that's exactly what I gone through in that particular point. So it makes me like I fled from my country because I face like a death threat in the country because of the saying that we had the Ebola money and we brought the Ebola virus. So being that with that, so they said when the virus finish, they're gonna knock in our doors, take they have to take out all the people that work on for the Ebola virus. I'm not saying about other cities, but we are belong. Yes, I got that death threats from people. So it's like to ensure for the safetyness of my own country, I have to the safetyness of my own life. So I have to flee from the country and then make a way out. So now I have to say like thank God I'm fine with that.
Wow. So when did you say you left your country?
That was in 2015. Yeah. That was in
And
2015. So it's like 4 to 5 years now. Yeah, 2020, like December, will make me 5 years. So it's 4 years a month now.
and how long did it take you to get from Sierra Leone to Catania?
Well, it's a long period. It's like it takes me like 3 to 4 months. Yeah, yeah, 3 to 4 months. Yeah, 3 to 4 months. Yeah, because it was like we were in the horrible zone. You know, it was very very difficult. Definitely, we passed a lot of stuff that I don't want to even explain because if I reflect on that, it makes me got a little bit angered, you know, like you as a human being, you've been like demonized, you understand? People like bring you down into the lowest level as a human being because we've seen a lot of videos that go viral about what those people are doing in Libya. So it's like it's not really easy though.
Mhm. Wow, that's wild. So you're saying so it started out with you, you know, working to bring change about in your own community, and then
Yep,
your
yep,
community turned on you. Wow.
yep. Because I'm a type of guy that always been ready to give the very best to the community. Okay, because even when I was there, I was helping to create some lessons to teach some students with my own little knowledge that I have. You understand, being in university. So it's like I was creating all these classes to help some students that I can help with my own field where I specialize. You understand, help to promote education. You know, and playing football, doing all my level best. But like when this deadly virus fall in the country, and you know there are like a lot of rumors, you know, even that if you can look at that, you get like even the ex-president faced a lot of accusation that he had a lot of money from the Ebola virus, and not saying that we the workers, because according to what I had during that particular period, like Save the Children, they pay their workers more than any other organization in the country. So it's like within that particular rumors, people are having that, and they're using it to like to attack us. We have like some hate crimes, you know, you get like some death threats from people, you understand. Even in that particular period, you know, I mean, working for Save the Children, coming back home, I used to protect myself. Like, I know I'm going there to contact the virus. So I just want to keep my family safe. I don't want to get closer to my family. And even the football pitch, and there was no time for football games. I stay away when I come from work and just enter in my own house, sleep in the morning. When I have shift, I'll go back. When I have my own day off, I would prefer like staying home, watch my TV, just like that, because I think that it's more important if I contact the virus. If it happens that I will die, I don't want to take anyone along. I just want to die alone, because what gives me more the zeal of like going to this to fight this for this Ebola virus was like, I have one of my friend that was called Beo, and this my friend was like, we live in the same area. Of course, our house like they are opposite. Okay, so his parents live on the other side. Okay, there was another street. So far off from where we were staying, because this boy was staying with with his own friends. So definitely, this boy got the information that his parents has got the virus. They were like 11 in their own family, including him. They were 11. Okay, so when this boy heard about that, his parents got the Ebola virus. He said, "No, that is not true. His parents are gonna get the Ebola virus. So if his parents got the Ebola virus, so he's gonna die with his family." So what he did was that he left the house where we were staying, okay, together, because we are not living together, but we stay opposite, okay. He's living in another building. So it's like we all advise him as peer groups, as friends, to say, guy, you need to stay away from this, because now we understood that the Ebola virus is killing a lot of people. Although it does not kill a lot of people here in our own country, but in Liberia and Guinea Conakry, we know the death tolls that every day it's getting rise. So you don't have to go. So my friend don't listen to that. He don't listen to that advice. He went into the house of his own family. So 11 of them died. All that family wiped off. You understand? None of them survived. His father, younger brother, sisters, mom, everybody passed away with that particular disease. You understand? Ebola virus. So with that, losing my friend, you understand? Because I'm a guy that always stand to help people, to defend people with what I believe that these are their own rights, so on and so forth. Because I always like staying among people, share fun, do something that are more, very much important to the society. So this exactly went on like that. When my friend passed away, so when I got the information that Save the Children are looking up for people, there was a publication saying that Save the Children need some people, the honorable in our own constituency, and the councillor, they made an announcement that they need some people to volunteer to work for Save the Children. So I just reflect about my friend. I told my mom. My mom told me, "No, don't go. You don't have to go." I said, "No, I just want to go to defend for my country." I said, because we have this national pledge that we all pledge for our country. And I said, I pledge my love and loyalty to my country, Sierra Leone. I vow to serve her faithfully at all times. I promise to defend her honor and good name. You understand? So some of those things, with that national pledge that I pledge for my own country, I always want to defend my country to the best interest of my own country. You understand? So that is the oath that I had for my own country. So I just want to do that. If that virus came in our own country, there will be no one from Liberia. There will be no one from Guinea Conakry. People from America that will come and finish that virus if we, the youths, don't volunteer to combat the virus. So that is the reason why we stood firm and we fought the virus. We finished it before people think that it could have killed a lot of people in the country. But we tried in our own level best, and it finished as fast as it was. So this is exactly how it was that particular time.
Wow. Wow, that's incredible. And so you, if you don't mind me asking, how did you get from Libya to Catania?
Well, I got from Libya. I have to use the boats here. I came with the boats here. So it's like 2 days. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
So, wow, that's quite a journey that you've had, and so you're living in Catania now. Is your family still back in Sierra Leone?
Yep. I have my family all living there. I'm the only one living here right now.
Okay. And do you have a big family back home?
Well, my family are living there, but yes, I have some big family there living there. But because my family really miss me, definitely. Because without now living without them, it's like living in hell. You understand? Because everyone. Sometimes I need to like to stay with my family. You know what I mean? But it's very important as a man start to go on my own life like that. But the most important thing is that I always keep in touch with them, yeah, because for them to feel good that I'm still living. Well, it wasn't easy though, yeah, when I was leaving the country, because they knew that, because for the security, for my own life, to save my own life, So my mom asked me to leave the country, so I have to leave the country. Yeah. So
Wow, I couldn't imagine doing that. Um, wow. So I kind of to change the subject a little bit. We talked before when we were in the big group about kind of how the coronavirus has impacted y'all's lives in Catania. How has your day to day like life changed once the pandemic hit Sicily?
oh, wow, that one like it's not really easy though because before the pandemic hits the country, I was working. I have to say I was working in the restaurant as a waiter, and looking at the fact that we got a lot of folks that coming into the restaurant, all businesses we are going through, so on and so forth. Although yes, but many folks were like having working, but now it's very difficult right now. It's very difficult because after the coronavirus, now even businesses they're down. Okay, not all restaurant that opens. You know, Italy depends on tourists. So without tourism, it's very difficult for the country to grow, the economy of the country. You understand? More especially in the southern part of Sicily. So it's a place that we are in that depend on tourism the most. Okay. So one of the things that goes on fastly in this particular place is restaurant. There are bars, so on and so forth. You can go to America, you can get a lot of bars, okay. But restaurants in Italy, people come to Italy purposely for the food, to see to see some monuments and so on and so forth. You understand what makes Italy or what makes Rome. You understand those importance that are there that cause this country to be Rome or to call it like Sicily. Okay. And at this particular moment now, when we realize that the coronavirus has already hit, there are some restaurants that are closed, okay? And some of this, the government did very well to say, if anyone has a permanent contract, you will not be sacked. They said no one can be sacked as long as that person has a permanent contract. Okay, if you want to sack that person, you have to close your business. And not after the virus, you don't have to reopen your business after the pandemic. But if you close it for real. Not like you sack your workers and then after everything then you want to open. No. So if you have to sack your workers, you have to sack them for real. So many people that knows that they don't want to close their business permanently. So they have no power to sack their workers. Like me, my boss want to sack each and every one of us. But when the law came in, they don't have the power to sack each and every one of us right now. So, but what happened is that the government volunteered to pay, like we call it cassa di integrazione, that like little sum of money that they can use to help to sustain those workers. And those monies, they're not coming in. A lot of people are not getting the money, you understand? It's very difficult right now because, you know, like me living here, I have to pay for everything. Okay, I have to pay for my bills, you know, stuff for, you understand. I have to get food for myself, light bills are coming in, house rent, so on and so forth. You understand? That lot of stuff. So if the government is not bringing the money in, it's like it's very difficult. And now what also happen is that some of those bosses that don't decide to close their restaurant, don't decide to close their business places. What they did was that they just decided to like open a negotiation, say now before you will like receiving 100%, okay, of your own salary, but now we have to give you like 50% of your own salary. If you take it, okay. If you don't take it, you stay home. Okay. Or some other people will say we will take off 70% of your own salary. As no, 30% of your own salary, we give you the 70%. Okay. That is like if you receive like $1,000, okay. So they'll just take off like $300 and they give you like $700. So it's like just like that. But it affects a lot of people. If you don't volunteer that, if you don't want that, then you can stay home. You remain in the money that is coming from the government. That doesn't come as often as we think, because many people are still waiting for that. So like at the moment right now, I'm not working. So I'm staying home right now. So you know, it's really tough, definitely. But like the situation is quite unbelievable. Yeah, it's not really easy. Things are not going on normal, and a lot of people like they're completely frustrated. But the only thing that I'm very happy about is that I have a permanent contract. But like guys that don't have permanent contracts, it's really like it's really boring for them right now because it's very difficult. Okay, it's very difficult for them. And looking at the fact that there are some of these other laws that they bring in, like forcing migrants able to go in with their new laws that they bring in, like they can give you like a permit to stay like for 6 months if you're working like a houseboy, like okay, or maybe you work in the farm, they can help you give you like a permit of stay, which that one I think that is very nonsense. And on Saturday we have a protest. Then because I'm part of the civil rights activist people here, so I'll be going out loud and to hear them very, very well to say that they have to change that law because it's like part of like that we call like slavery, enslaving people. Because if you're going to work, receiving exactly what you're supposed to receive. You'll see like a worker, you work for 1 hour, you've been paid for €3. Man, what the hell, man? You work for 1 hour, you go to the farm, you started picking some, I don't know, this kind of fruits that they used to prepare to make wine or so on and so forth. It's like a shit, man. You understand? So we have to respect humanity, So these are kind of laws like, to me, in my own view, this particular law helps to give more power to like the people that have the mentality to enslave people, not only Africans, but like people coming out from other different countries, like people from Bangladesh, Pakistan, or people coming from other different countries like Romania or other European countries. I mean, that is a mess up, man. So it's like we have to fight about that and to see how best they can bring the change into that. But it doesn't make any sense. There is no clear idea on that. And then there are so many laws that we have to fix up that particular day when we have to go for the protest, how people should get their document. And it's very nonsense to me. I don't support that motion, and either none of my friends that support that, because they have to change. There are some rules because you cannot say that someone should go. Either you become a farm worker, or you become like someone who is working there. You work as a houseboy or house girl, or there are some other things that they also make mention of that you have to get a permit to stay, which is like kind of crazy to me. You understand? So it's not really good to me. Yeah.
Interesting. Wow, that's incredible. I think it's interesting to hear just from what you're saying here and just from what you guys said before about how just how life has changed with the pandemic and how it's putting a lot of people out of work. What keeps you going?
Well, it's just like the motivation that I have because I'm a guy that can motivate myself. I can motivate myself. I never back out from any problems. You understand? I never back out when I took up the journey to come out to save my life. So with this particular situation, I will never back out because that is more important. I'm self-motivated. You understand? So it's like, and the only thing that I also have is that I have to believe in God. You understand? I believe in God. I know whatever thing that happens with me is a destiny from God. And when this destiny, when the time comes, my life will change definitely. So I never stop. Like even now when I'm not working, I'm working on my music. I'm doing my music right now. Yes, I'm trying like because I was like when I was in my country, I was acting. I was doing some acting like an actor. You understand? So it's like right now I'm writing my music. Then I'm trying to get my driving license. Yeah. Although yes, we know the Italian is very difficult. It's not English because this is the problem that we are having. Because if we have the opportunity of taking our driving license in English, I could have took my driving license long since. But they only have three options. Either you take the driving license in Italian, you take it in Dutch, or you take it in French. English is not allowed. So this is like it's crazy. So it's like it makes us like we're going crazy. Especially people that come from English speaking country.
Right.
We don't find it very easy. So it's like I'm still motivating myself, like going all around. Sometimes look up for a job that I think I can get to see how best I can work and promote myself. But I never back down from anything. I just keep on motivating myself. Yes, I know it's gonna happen, but not sitting at home folding my hands without going out for it. Yes, I have to go out and go through the right cause. And because I'm a guy that's never tolerate violence,
Mhm.
I always like preach for peace. I stood against violence, and one that believe in violence, we are not the same people, because I don't believe in violence. I believe in you use your words, you speak to people, you bring change. You don't have to be part of the problem. So that's what I believe. So it's like I'm self motivated. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, Kaba, I really appreciate you, sharing a little bit of your story with me. Um, I think I probably go ahead and go now, but I really appreciated talking to you. Just to kind of let you know, I think that for our team, we're planning to stay in touch with the community in Catania, and yeah, I know that the team we're going to be coming. Maybe not me, but some other students and the professors will be coming to Sicily next year, travel permitted, of course. Um, and so, yeah, we would just want to stay in touch. And so, yeah, I appreciate you talking to me. Oh, and one more thing, kind of random. You mentioned that you're a songwriter and you make music. If you don't mind, we'd love to hear some of your music. If you want to like share it with us, because our project as a whole is called Performing Human Rights. So we're looking and we're studying not only just the like legality of human rights violations, but also how people are expressing themselves in that. And so, yeah, we'd love to hear your music and stuff like that.
I know
So,
that. Yeah, I will. I will. If you want me, I will share my music. Yeah. Where do you want me to give your my music? If you want
you can
WhatsApp
just
or okay, where?
can you email it to me?
Well, I will. I will. I will say. I will send you like one of my. I can say like one of the song that I use, which people knows about me right now, which is very. It's a hit song. There is also one video that I made for the coronavirus during this coronavirus. I sing in Italian and in English. So if you shot on YouTube, you can see that video, which is Mr.
Okay.
705, which MR Mr. Then
Okay.
then you write coronavirus. Yeah. Mr.
Okay.
705, you write coronavirus, and you write featuring Cool D, COOLD, Cool, you put space D. As soon as you type it, you will see it on YouTube. That is a song that I did for the coronavirus. Yeah, I
Okay,
sing
that's
both in
awesome.
Italian and in English, and then I also have like another song that I call Africans Unite. It's a reggae song, yeah. It's a
That's
reggae song.
awesome.
So I'm gonna forward that one to you in your mail. Okay.
Okay, great.
Because I also have like some other questions that probably I would like to ask, talking about the project, that exactly what you guys are aiming at, because I don't know, or I don't know if I could remember very well. I don't know, maybe I'm subjected to mistake. One of your professors said that, I don't know, like trying to make like a theater group or so on and so forth. I don't know what is the aim of this. Yeah.
Yeah,
So if you
so
can give me like
I
a little
can
clue of that.
yeah, if you want so right now we're working so we're interviewing the guys from the community, trying to hear y'all's stories. And what we want to do is we're going to be working on a theater performance. We're going to be writing a play about kind of the experience of refugees who are traveling from countries in Africa to Italy, and specifically are living in Sicily. And so we're going to actually perform. We're going to write the play in English and have it be performed in San Antonio, where we live, in the fall. But then Roberto, he's going to be working with an Italian director to put on the performance in Italy. So if that's something that you're interested in, like participating in, then or somebody who might like to act in something like that, then definitely.
I will like to act. That's the reason why I'm asking.
Oh
Because
yeah, yeah,
I told you a couple of minutes ago that I was acting.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
acting
That's
in my own
awesome.
country as an actor, so it's like I'm really ready to act, because that is like, as a musician, like I'm writing and singing. It's like I want to also go into the acting, in the acting field. You understand? Because I
Right.
know I have more talent into the acting, so I don't want to talk a lot. But if I stand in front of the if I stand in front of the camera, you know what I can do. Yeah.
Right.
So
Okay.
I want to be part of that acting team. So I don't know how it's gonna be or how it's gonna work. So I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know exactly how it'll work yet, but I do know that the Professor Roberto Pressagiacomo, he's the theater director that'll be working on that. So I'll
Okay.
let him know that you're interested, and he'll
Okay.
probably get in touch with you about the
Okay.
performance side of it. So that's awesome.
No problem. No problem. Just let him know. Just tell him that I'm ready, like 100%. I'm ready to give out all the maximum that I have, the power that I have to deliver what they want me to deliver in that play. I
That's
can take
awesome.
any role, whatever role they
That's
want me to
awesome.
take, I can take it. Yeah. So
Awesome. Well, sweet Kava, it's been really good to talk to you, and I appreciate it. I'm gonna go listen to your music, and yeah, thank you for your time. And sorry about the technology problems in the beginning, but I'm
no,
glad we
no,
were able to work it out.
no problem, Bradley. It was like it wasn't you, it was me. You understand? Because
No
when I
worries.
opened the Zoom, when I opened the Zoom, I did not make any setting about the Zoom. You understand? So when I just came in, I just tried to connect you immediately without adjusting the side for the audios, the videos, and so on and so forth.
Right.
You understand? So and I just get in there. I said, "Oh, what a shit, man!" So I have to go
Yeah.
back and do some resetting. You understand?
Yeah. No
It
worries,
wasn't easy
man.
though. Cool, brother, man. Well,
Awesome.
I have
Well,
to say thank you, thank you very much for talking to you. It's my pleasure talking to you one more time. Extend my regards to all your colleagues in the university, your professors, and everybody that are working tirelessly to see how best they can promote this particular thing that you guys are aiming at. And I hope that you can be able to reach in your maximum goals, your objective that you want to reach in life. You understand? So
yeah.
that's the only
Thanks
thing I
so
have to
much. I
say. Thank you
appreciate
very much
that.
one more time, brother. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Best
Big
of luck
salute,
to you,
man.
man. Have a good night.
No problem. Stay blessed, brother.